Hey everyone, welcome back to Code Walaah. If you are following along with our complete AI and data science Python series, you are doing great because we are building everything step by step from the absolute fundamentals. In our previous lecture, we learned some of the most important building blocks of Python. We understood case sensitivity, comments, variables, variable naming rules, basic data types, and common Python errors. And now that we know how to store data inside variables, the next question is what can we actually with that data? Can we add two numbers? Can we compare two values? Can we check whether something is present inside a string? Can we combine multiple conditions? Absolutely. And that's exactly what we are going to learn today. Welcome to Lecture 1.4 Operators and Expressions in Python. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to Code Walaah and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming lessons in this complete Python journey. Open up Google Colab, create a fresh code cell, and let's start coding. 1. What is an operator? Let's begin with the most basic question. What exactly is an operator? An operator is a symbol or keyword that tells Python to perform a particular operation. For example, 5 plus 3. Here the plus symbol tells Python add these two values. So plus is an operator. The values on which the operator works are called operands. In 5 plus 3, 5 and 3 are the operands and plus is the operator. Think of it like a small instruction given to Python. The operands are the data. The operator tells Python what to do with that data. For example, 10 minus 4, Python sees 10 right arrow. Operand minus right arrow operator for right arrow. Operand Python performs the subtraction and gives us 6. So remember this simple definition. Operator equals tells Python what operation to perform. Operand equals the value on which the operation is performed. 2. What is an expression? Now let's introduce another important word, expression. An expression is a combination of values, variables, and operators that Python can evaluate to produce a result. For example, 5 plus 3. This entire thing is an expression. Python evaluates it and produces 8. We can also use variables a equals 10, b equals 5, a plus b. Python replaces the variables with their stored values and evaluates the expression. So 10 plus 5 equals 15. The result is 15. You'll see expressions everywhere in programming. So understanding this concept now will make later topics much easier. 3. Arithmetic operators. Let's start with the operators. You are probably already familiar with arithmetic operators. These are used for mathematical calculations. Python provides several arithmetic operators plus addition minus subtraction times multiplication slash division slash floor division percent modulus exponentiation. Let's understand each one properly. Addition. The plus symbol plus performs addition. I equals 10, b equals 5. Print open parentheses a plus b close parentheses output. 15 simple. Python takes the value stored in A, takes the value stored in b, adds them and gives us the result. Subtraction. The minus symbol performs subtraction. A equals 10, b equals 5. Print open parentheses I minus b close parentheses. Output 5. Python calculates 10 minus 5 equals 5. Multiplication. The asterisk is used for multiplication. A equals 10b equals 5. Print open. Parentheses are times b. Close parentheses. Output 50. Notice something important here. In Python, we do not use times for multiplication. We use asterisk. So remember, Python multiplication equals asterisk division. Now we have slash. This performs regular division. Print open parenthesis 10 divided by 2. Close parenthesis. Output 5.0. Did you notice that? We divided two integers, but Python gave us 5.0, which is a float. So slash performs true division and normally produces a floating point result. For example, print open parenthesis 7 divided by 2 close parenthesis output 3.5. Now let's look at one operator that beginners often confuse with normal division. That is slash slash. This is called floor division. For example, print open parenthesis 7 slash slash 2 close parenthesis. Normal division gives 3.5. But floor division gives 3y because floor division returns the floor of the mathematical quotient. For positive numbers, you can think of it as removing the decimal part, but be careful with negative numbers. For example, print open parenthesis minus 7 slash slash 2 close parenthesis. The mathematical result is minus 3.5. Flooring means moving down to the next lower integer minus 4, so don't simply memorize it as remove decimal. The more accurate idea is slash slash performs floor division. 5. Modulus operator. Next comes percent. This is called the modulus operator. It gives us the remainder after division. For example, print open parenthesis 10 powered modulo 3 close parenthesis. Let's think about it. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 equals 9. And the remainder is 1. So the output is 1. Another example, print open parenthesis 20% 5 close parenthesis. Because 20 divides perfectly by 5, the remainder is 0. This operator is extremely useful. For example, how do we check whether a number is even? We can write number equals 10 print open parenthesis number modulo 2 close parenthesis. Output 0. If the remainder after dividing by 2 is 0, the number is even. So percent is not just a mathematical operator. It becomes extremely useful in programming logic. 6. Exponentiation. Now let's talk about power. In mathematics, we might write 2 squared, but Python uses 2 to the power of 2. The double asterisk operator is called the exponentiation operator. For example, print open parenthesis 2 to the power of 3 close parenthesis. Python calculates 2 times 2 times 2, so the output is 8. Another example, print open parenthesis 5 to the power of 2 close parenthesis. Output t 25. So asterisk asterisk equals power slash exponentiation. And here's a very common beginner mistake. Don't confuse. Caret with asterisk 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 means exponentiation. Caret is a completely different operator called bitwise XOR, which we'll discuss later. 7. Quick arithmetic challenge. Okay, let's pause here and test your understanding. What will this produce? Print open parenthesis 10 plus 5 times 2 close parenthesis. Don't immediately calculate it from left to right. Think for a moment. What do you think the answer is? If you thought 30, hold on. Python doesn't simply execute every operator from left to right. It follows operator precedence, and that's an important topic we'll cover shortly. 8. Comparison operators. Now let's move from calculation to something even more interesting. Comparison operators. These operators allow us to compare two values. Python gives us equals equals, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, or equal to, less than, or equal to. And here's the important part. Comparison operations produce a Boolean value. That means true or false. Remember from our previous lecture, Boolean values in Python are written with capital letters. True, false, equal to. Let's start with equals equals. Print open parenthesis 10 equals 10 close parenthesis. Python asks, is 10 equal to 10? Yes. So the output is true now. Print open parenthesis 10 equals 5 close parenthesis. The answer is no. So false, very important. Don't confuse equals with equals equals. A single equals is used for assignment. X equals 10, it means store 10 inside X. But X equals 10 means check whether X is equal to 10. This difference is extremely important in Python. 9. Not equal to the operator. Not equal to means not equal to. For example, print open parenthesis 10 not equal to 5 close parenthesis 10 is not equal to 5. So true. But print open parenthesis 10 not equal to 10 close parenthesis 10 is equal to 10. So false. 10 greater than and less than. Let's compare numbers. Print open parenthesis 10 greater than 5 close parenthesis. 10 is greater than 5. Output true now. Print open parenthesis. 10 less than 5 close parenthesis. 10 is not less than 5. Output false. We can also use print open parenthesis 10 greater than or equal to 10 close parenthesis. This means is 10 greater than or equal to 10? Yes. So true and print 10 less than or equal to 10. Also gives true because 10 is equal to 10. These operators will become extremely important when we start learning if else statements. 11. Assignment operators. Now let's come back to variables. We've already seen x equals 10. The equals operator assigns a value to a variable. But Python also gives us compound assignment operators. For example, x equals 10, x plus equals 5. Print open parenthesis, x close parenthesis. What happened? X plus equals 5 is essentially a shorter way of writing x equals x plus 5. So the result is 15. Similarly, x minus equals 3 means x equals x minus 3, and x times equals 2 means x equals x times 2. We also have x divided by equals to x double slash equals 2, x modulo equals to x double star equals 2. These are useful when you repeatedly update the value of a variable. 12. Logical operators. Now we're moving into a very important part of programming, logical operators. Python has three main logical operators, and or not that these are used when we want to combine or modify conditions. And means both conditions must be true. For example, age equals 20 has underscore id equals true print open parenthesis. Age greater than or equal to 18 and has underscore id close parenthesis. Let's evaluate it. First condition, age greater than or equal to 1820 is greater than or equal to 18. So, true. Second condition, true. Both conditions are true. Therefore, true. If even one of the required conditions is false, the overall and result becomes false. Thing and equals everything required must be true. 13. Or now, we have or. Or means at least one condition should be true. For example, print open parenthesis 10 greater than 20 or 5 less than 10 close parenthesis. First condition false, second condition true because one condition is true. The overall result is true. So or equals at least one condition is true. 14. Not the not operator reverses a boolean result. For example, print not true, output false, and print not false, output true. So you can think of not as give me the opposite boolean value. 15. Membership operators. Now let's learn two operators that are extremely useful when working with strings and collections. They are these are called membership operators. They check whether a value exists inside another object. For example, name equals Python print p in name. Is p present inside Python? Yes. So true now, print z in name. There is no z. So false. We can also use print open parenthesis quote not in name close parenthesis. Since quote z quote is not present, the answer is true. You'll use membership operators much more when we reach strings, list, sets, and dictionaries. 16. Identity operators. Next we have is not. These are called identity operators. Now listen carefully because this is where beginners often confuse two concepts. Equals checks whether two objects have equal values. Is checks whether two references point to the same object. For example, I equals open bracket 1, 2, 3 close bracket. B equals a print open parenthesis A equals B. Close parenthesis print open parenthesis A is B close parenthesis. Both will be true. Why? Because B equals A makes B refer to the same list object as A. But don't replace equals with is in normal value comparisons. For example, when you're checking whether two values are equal, use equals. The is operator is mainly used for object identity, and you'll often see it used with special singleton values such as None for now. The key rule is equal value is equal same object. In the next lecture, we are going to make our programs much more interactive. Instead of always giving Python the values ourselves, we'll learn rest of the operators and continue our journey towards input. And if you have any question about today's operators, drop it in the comments. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, and most importantly, don't just watch the code, type it yourself. Keep coding, stay curious, and I'll